Hey guys, you're watching the one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Replica Engine. We are on to the cylinder head. Where's my head? There it is. We started this last episode. We've got the side that will plug the spark plugs into eventually, but we now need to do the other side where the exhaust holes are where the exhaust manifold is going to clip onto. So I think that's probably the first step that we should do. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit. Let's turn these shaders off. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I'm just going to select the front two layers. We don't need anything back from there. So I'm going to select those, and then I'm going to come down here. We're going to copy. We're going to, what way is it? What way is that way? I can never find it. West. Flip west, and then over here. I think I need to stand on this one, I think, and paste. Ooh, I'm in the block. Okay, we're fine. So yeah, let's just put the same thing on the other side, but without the parts that go into it. And now we can just fill the... Well, do we want to fill those in? Yeah, I do want to fill those in. We want to fill the whole thing in fact, because we don't have these lines down either on this side. Now, what block is this? 35.8. Set 35.8. Okay, so we've got now a nice solid side over here where we can now carve out the holes. Now, I've got a picture of it, and there's a lot of holes. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 square holes and 1, 2, 3, 4 round holes. And the round holes are up a little bit high. Let's do the square ones first. Let's work out what size we want to do. Let's go 3 by 3 or 4 by 4. Let's do a 4 by 4 there, which is 2 blocks from the bottom and 2 blocks from the right. So we're going to want to do that on the other side as well. So we have that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And then we want 2 more in the middle. So where's the exact middle of this? It's going to be right there. So if we say this block and this block, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's our 4 square ones. Then the 4 round ones then go up a little bit, just a smidge, up here. Again, we want to try and keep this in line, because we have, I think, I'm not 100% sure how engines work as far as this kind of detail, but the square ones are exhaust, and the round ones are fuel. So fuel will go in the round ones, they'll get ignited by the part that we'll build on top, and then the exhaust will come out of the square ones. I might be wrong. Stupid mic keep falling down. I might be wrong, but I think I'm close enough that I'm going to be happy. So let's do this again, like basically a 4 by 4, but with the corners still there. And if we, how many blocks is that? 3 blocks. Let's try and keep 3 blocks and see what that's like. You know, I'm actually chuffed at that spacing. So we'll have that one and 3 blocks. Perfect. And that one there. So that's what we have on this side. Then we have some bolts that sort of stick out here. So we can do those as well. Let's do them 3 blocks wide. We'll have one there. There's one there. So we'll do that on the other side as well. So I need that one here. And I think it's there. I think it's 1 block in from the edge. And then we have one. I'm going to do it here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and then we want this one here. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. The sides are really easy because they're flat. There's nothing really, no embellishment or anything on them at the moment. We might put our own embellishment because, like, on an engine, you've got all the fine details that you don't really spot as when you're looking at it. But in Minecraft, because we're building it on such a big scale, it might look a little bit flat. So we might put our own sort of parts in it. Set that. We'll just put this, a little lip around the top here. Do the same on this side. And then we need to figure out how we're going to do the internals. Now, obviously, I don't have, even in my summer car, you don't get an image, if you like, of exactly how it works on the inside of these. So we're going to have to try and be as clever as we can about this. That one up there. That one. Along here. And there. So how are we looking? It's looking pretty badass, isn't it? Look at that. I mean, come on now. So, on the top here, it's pretty flat as far as, like, this block is concerned. It's pretty flat, and then we'll put the rockers on. But somehow, we need these two to connect up to the cylinder, which I think that's where we should start. You know, I think what we should do is find the middle point here and stand on there and use the same block. So we want a hollow cylinder made of 35A, which is this block. I think it's a diameter of 5 and a height of what? Nope. Undo. We're a little bit small. Let's try 7. Too big. It was 6. If anyone's interested, 6. So we're pretty bang on. There's a little bit of extra there, but that's not a problem. And then well, how high do we want to go with this? 6. 7. Let's add one more. Let's do it. Ooh, let's do 8. Okay, so we have that one in. We have that one. We have... Well, I should actually just do one of them, and then we can copy and paste, because we're going to be carving holes into these, aren't we? But we'll put them in anyway. Okay. So then this is going to be the chamber that the fuel explode. Well, it needs to be really tight. I don't know exactly how that works. We might have to drop that down, because unless that is the pressure that's the volume of air because you need air as well in order for it to ignite. Okay, let's go back to this first one. How come this one's shorter than all the rest? Oh, because I went up by a block, didn't I? Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So we want to have a hole that lets the exhaust out, preferably as in line as possible. So we could do it exactly in line. So that's that square. That's the same size as that square there, but because it's on a corner, it looks a little bit strange. So we have that one. And then, you know, we could just do the same circle as well. So we could do, is that in line? No. Now let's do that a little bit smaller. We'll just have the center ones with those. I'm not going to be able to copy and paste it though, am I? Because we're going to have to, yeah. Okay, no worries. That one. That's good. That's worked out perfect, look, on there. And then this square. You know, I'm going to do the squares smaller as well. I'm going to do the squares to center too, instead of being this giant. That one and that one. So we just have a square hole on either side, with the round ones being a little bit taller than the square ones. There. 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 And there. Then we need to connect these up. So we're going to connect these up in the simplest way, because there's no point going crazy. It'll work fine like that. So that's where the fuel gets injected in, and I'm going to have to put these ones in as well to keep it looking square. I hear zombies. Could you hear them? And that's where the exhaust comes out of. Okay, let me do that on each one. I'll be back. Sweet. So now all of the pistons are now connected up to where they should be. But then what we need to do is have the top on this that then opens and closes a valve on the fuel inlets, which are the taller ones. So if we on this layer here just make that our top block, which is the same as this one, the same block. So we do set 35.8. That connects up the cylinders now. So if we go inside one of these cylinders, or I should really make a hole for the spark plugs as well. I'll do that in a minute. We're now in a completely confined area, look. Okay, so each piston now, even this one, which was started one block taller, are now completely enclosed. And on top of this, I think we should probably start from the top and work down so it looks right above here. We need to have the rockers on. So let's build... Hang on, this is the exhaust side. We need to make sure that we do this on the right side. We'll build a little platform. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, three, four. I burped. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And then brown. We've got brown on us. I like it like that. And then this one. I want another block as well. I like a brown block. Maybe brown wool will be good enough. It's just, is it subtly different enough? It is good. So we'll have another one. And then it like that. And then something like that. Is that going to be tall enough for us? It should be. So we make a hole through the middle. And this is going to be where the rockers are. So this goes all the way along. We'll make it a little bit thicker maybe. So we'll do it this style instead of one block. Like a cross. Okay. That'll run all the way down. And then off here, we have like little fingers. And if you have a bunch of them, they basically go like that. When the engine started. And we have 2 for each one. One for the fuel and one for the exhaust. When it pushes the fuel one down, it lets fuel in. And then it comes up. It lets the piston compress the fuel and explode. And then it puts the exhaust one down, which then lets it out, giving you propulsion. I think, right? It sounds pretty good, right? It sounds like I know what I'm talking about. I think it sounds like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. So we'll have those. I'll just extend it enough that I can do one of them, and then hopefully we can just copy and paste them across. Okay. Like that. We might add some more colours on these as well. So we've got a middle point to each one. As you can see, there's 3 blocks between each square and circle. 3 blocks there, 3 blocks there, and 3 blocks there. So if you find the middle of that, which is this block right here, I'm just going to place a black block on there that I know. I know that these 3 are the void between each one. So then if we counted then 2 blocks, we know that this and this are dead in line with these. This square here and this square here. Those blue ones are dead in line with. So if we put the fingers, let's call them, there, we should be about right. We want them to be 2 blocks thick, obviously. So let's... Have I got another... No, we're going to do this... have I got another block that would work? I could do them in orange. Oh, actually, that's not too far off, this one. That'll work. That'll work good. So that's going to come forward. And then we need the holes as well. Difficulty, peaceful. Shut up, zombie. I ain't got time for you. So we'll put then a hole there, which then lets the fuel or that's the valve. So we need to have, that's going to be the valve hole there and a valve hole there. Oops, I got rid of my orange. I got my orange here. Good. I've just got a little bit of thinking to do. We can then have that blocked off. And our valve could be just black. Okay, so let's just fill that up. Okay, now what happens is when this gets pushed down, like if I jumped on this, let's say, and it pushed it down, it would close up that, yeah? As you can see, there's our black blocks. It would close that off. And when it's pulled up, like it is at the moment, it means it is allowing stuff through. Now, if we wanted to be really smart, this piston's down, isn't it, at the moment? Yeah, this piston's down, which means we would be... I don't know. Would we be putting fuel in when it's down? We're sucking in air. So yeah, I would suggest that the fuel one would be open, and this one would be closed. I think we're getting a little, probably a little bit too technical here, but we're going to build this one as if it was closed up. Oops, missed a block. Okay, so that one's open, and that one's closed. And then above here, we have... Well, I don't know. Maybe they're both open at the same time at points. I don't know. Who knows? I am not smart enough. Now I want a dark grey block. Either this one or this one. We might even use both, because these are usually made of like a little rubber. So if we, for example, went with this block, and then this block, and then this block... It's actually about the right height that we want it. So we have that one, and then that one. We can then put a little silver top on it. Let's go with grey or cyan or what? I want like a light-ish grey. Stone could even work. I say, yeah, it's a block that we haven't used yet, and it's going to blend into the other greys enough. Okay, and then this then connects up. Oop. So they push down on them. Let's just make this so it's actually attached to it. So we'll wrap this around first. Look at this, a nice amount of clearance underneath. We've got a block's worth of clearance under there. And then we'll just extend this out a little bit. So then we could get what would be a little bolt that screws it in. Now we don't have a middle point, so I can't do an exact middle point. We'll just put it slightly off center for the moment. Can I carve that one away? Or do I do it like that? I sort of like to sitting a little bit proud. We could do two, like that. Okay? So we add this one as well. Now the rockers, these top parts should be all the same. So I should be able to copy and paste them across. It's just the valves positions change, because sometimes, as you can see, the round one's on the left and the square one's on the right here. But on this one, the square one's on the left and the round one's on the right. It's not going to make a difference to the look of the top here. But underneath it, there will be a little bit of a difference. So we have those in. And then that one. Actually, quite impressed there. I'm happy with that. So let's copy this. I can select the ground as well. It's not going to make a difference. And it doesn't really matter where we go up here either. Pause 2. Where we stand, though, does matter. Let's stand right in the middle. Copy. Okay, and then if we stand right in the middle of these ones, we should be able to paste. Beautiful. Stand right in the middle of these ones. I missed. Paste. And paste. There we go. We've got two like finger valves, whatever they are, for each one. Now we haven't got the black areas shutting them off like we do on those. I don't think. No, we don't. We didn't copy those. But that is the top. Excellent. Let's put an end on it so it's not floating up here. Let's grab ourselves some of the... Oh, why is that? Oh, yeah, of course it would be. I busted a little bit of it, didn't I? That one. Oh, and this should be 2 blocks thick. I don't think it is on the other side either. Just go and fix that. Otherwise it's going to drive me nuts. Oops. Look at that. How cool is that? I need to get rid of that piston that we've got on the floor there as well. Okay. And... okay. And yeah. So we're putting that. We also need to put some ones the same as this down as well. 4 blocks. We made it in the end from what I remember. Wasn't it? Hang on. Let's just double check. I want to get it symmetrical on either side. It just makes sense. A 1 and then 1 smaller. Okay, I can figure out the rest from there. So we have that one and that one. And then something. Does that need to be there? Probably not. But it can rest in there. I'm happy with it resting in there. Something like that, isn't it, on the other side? 1, 2. Pluck, pluck. It was 4 blocks, but then we added an extra diagonal one, so we do only have now, yeah, 3 blocks there. That's right, and I've just got it so it comes out a little bit further on this side. I think I'm going to take that away. I think it looks better like that. So then if we select this and this, where do I stand? There's no real easy place to stand. Copy. It's going to float, but we need 3. 1 dead in the middle. So it's going to be 1. Oh no, we're going to have to... No, I've got 2 blocks here. But where did I stand? No, I'm going to build it by hand. I can't cheat my way through everything. That one. And that one. And here. Okay, I'll build this one together with you guys, and then I can do the other 2 off camera. So we have 1 there. I'm going to build another one of those. There and there. I'll be back. And there we go. So we've got supports in there. It now looks structurally sound. Little fingers will move up and down. The only thing that we've forgotten is the screw bolts that you use to hold these in. So let's quickly do that, and then we'll have to end off the episode. So we're going to have 1 there. Book. I'll put the screws in a bit. 1 here. 2. I don't know, let's have 4 on either side. Does that make sense? So we would have 1 here. And 1 there. And then the same over here. Got a lot more room on this side. 1. I think I'm in line. Yeah, I am. Am I? It's really hard to tell. I'm pretty sure that's in line. 3. And 4. Okay, for the bolts, we'll use a darker one. 2, 3, 4. Alright, if you guys enjoyed it, then hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. I don't know what we're doing next. I don't know what comes after this. I'll have to look on the My Summer Car, or find a guide for My Summer Car, and find out what the next logical step is to go from here. We don't put the rocker cover on until sort of the very... Well, we can put it on when we like, but yeah. Anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. See you guys in the next episode. Bye!